Shout out again to Sid. Shout out to everybody that's coming in. Make sure to share this with a friend. Again, my name is Caleb Smith, host of the 3 Milli podcast. Blessed to be here, man. Today we have our guy, Justin Douglas, aka I Am Spread the Word, coming through. We'll be talking about, as you see at the bottom of your screens, entrepreneurship, wellness, fitness, mindset, and success. It's about to be a great conversation. Tap in, share this with at least 2 to 3 friends. Get this thing going. Leave a comment. If you're tuning in on IGTV after this is done on IG Live, leave a comment. Tell me, tell us your favorite part about this conversation. I'm trying to keep these things rolling. Once this quarantine is over, we'll be able to get the aesthetics going in the studio again. We'll be able to have a vibe as usual, but in the meantime, it's all about making that pivot. And right now, as you see, we're doing the IG Lives, posting it on YouTube. We have a big announcement coming probably sometime later this week or next week as well about our content, partnerships, all that good stuff. So make sure to stay tuned as well. Sent this to my man Justin. We're just waiting for him to come through. So,
Yo,
how you doing?
What's going on, bro? How you doing, bro?
Good, man. First off, I appreciate you, man, coming onto the platform. Tonight's discussion is about to be amazing. So, thank you.
Bro, thank you for having me. Thank you for having me, man. I appreciate it, man. For real. Thank you for having me.
Anytime, man. My pleasure. Justin, man, first question on your page. I love everything I see. It's positivity. And one of the things that I loved recently that you post was just because you're being busy doesn't mean that you're being productive. And I feel like right now, you know, with COVID going on, people are trying to get busy. People are trying to kill time. But how can we be as productive as possible?
I love that question. That's a great question. And I feel like a lot of people really get those two subjects really confused because you could be doing a lot during the day, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you're being productive. You know, you could be busy. You could be busy running errands all day, every day. You could be, you know, helping your family member. You could be doing so many things, but are you being productive? Are you taking those steps forward to your dreams and your goals? So I just feel like during this COVID time right now, while it's a lot of chaos and a lot of uncertainty in the world, that it's just a time to figure yourself out, figure who you are, figure out your talents, your gifts, and how you're going to expose that to the world, and just figuring out your dreams, your goals, and how you can become the best version of yourself during this time. So when this is over, you can expose yourself to the world so you can bring value to people, because all of us were put on this earth to bring value. And I think that's just the best way that you can really help people and just be more busy and be more productive towards the future by becoming the best version of yourself.
I love that, bro. And two, man, I've seen you tapping into the great books, reading stuff. I love that, man, because I know for our age group, we get like a bad knock for not being readers, but I beg to differ because I see people like you read it and so many others. What is, speaking on value, the value that we can get sometimes from tapping into reading books sometimes?
That's a lot of value within books. They hide the information in books. I remember, like, back in the day. Did you ever go to North Fade or the elementary school?
No, Birch. I went to Birch.
You went to Birch. Okay.
Yeah.
So I remember when we were younger, we had like the 25 book challenge, and that was the last time I really took reading books serious. You know what I mean? And when we used to have like the book fair and just go pick up different books, but those books were just for us during the time frame when we were kids. And as we got older, we're like, I'm not reading no book. I'd rather watch TV or I'd rather do something else other than be disciplined and read the book. But as I was going through my life and going through like my journey and really finding myself, I realized how much value of information is within a book. You know what I mean? Because one sentence can change your life. One paragraph can change your life. So it's just about finding those little pieces of information. And as I'm like revamping my goals weekly, monthly, daily, I'm finding different pieces of information from the books that I wouldn't have found. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like, it's just really disciplining you and you just learning new skills, learning new information. And then the more you invest into yourself, the more that you can help others. So it's just about really taking that small disciplines really serious. So
that's facts. And man, you said something too that I loved about goals and looking at those goals, because I'm a Capricorn, so everything I do has to be calculated, has to be written down, planned out, all that. So, you know, I'm the type of person, I'll have daily goals, weekly goals, monthly, all that good stuff. And I think really when I started taking that more serious, like in college, I started seeing when you start writing it down, things actually start happening and you start checking that off, and then confidence goes up, all that. So for yourself, how does it feel sometimes when you write down something and you visualize it, manifest it, and then you actually execute it. How does that feel for you?
Man, it's the best feeling in the world. It's the best
Yeah.
feeling in the world, just knowing like the
Mm.
manifestation and everything is really powerful. So it's just like you said, like having those goals and breaking them down and just staying positive and just know that you're working towards it every day and just accomplishing it and just checking it off. It's just an amazing feeling. Like for example, like over this past weekend, I was in the beach and I was in Destin, Florida, and for the past like I would say about 2 or 3 weeks, I seen in my head like, okay, I want to get out, I want to get in a workout on the beach. What's a good song to do a workout on the beach? I said swag surfing. Ain't nobody, I've never seen nobody do it. So for like weeks and weeks and weeks, I've been playing like the instrumental. I've been playing the songs in my head, just visualizing me working out on the beach, putting that song on my video, and it being one of the best videos I ever done. And when I went to the beach this past weekend, I did the video, put the song on the video, and I loved it. So it's like you said before, just like having those small goals, weekly goals, daily goals, monthly goals, and checking them off, bro. It's an amazing feeling, bro. Manifestation is real. You just got to keep working. If you're not seeing results, keep working. It's not going to happen overnight. It's nothing set in stone like, okay, I write it down, I'm going to happen. But just keep reading and keep writing and keep reading and keep writing, and it'll eventually happen. The universe will work in your favor.
Amen, bro. And speaking on progress, man, I feel like our age group, we kind of have it hard, especially as like young men, young black women. You can get caught up in social media. People, they can get to comparing themselves. They can see one person went to college or say, hey, I didn't go to school, so I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing in life. Or you see this person in Dubai and you at the crib just working like a 9 to 5. So how do we stay pretty much like within that positive mindset of knowing I have my own journey and, I can actually work towards something as well?
It's just really come to the comparison game. You really can't compare. Different people have different head starts, and different people have different end starts, and different people have different journeys. And you just really have to realize that I know that my dreams, my goals, and my vision for my life, my future family, and the value that I want to bring to this earth is going to be different from somebody else. Like somebody may be, their dream, their vision, their goal may be make 200K a year and provide value through a franchise. Somebody else maybe want to be a public speaker. Someone like you might want to have the best podcast in the world. So it's like it's going to be different levels of success. It's going to be different levels of income. It's going to be different levels of value. But as long as you're bringing value, as long as you're happy, as long as you're dreaming, you just have to know like, hey, my path is different. Like even at times I beat myself up like because you can easily get on YouTube and see a 19-year-old, a 21-year-old driving a Lamborghini, living in a mansion in LA, and it's just like yo, like I graduated college. I'm working on my dreams. But you never know. They could have got started at the age they was 12 or 13. They could have got $1 million loan to get started. You never know the different starts and endpoints for different people. But the comparison game, you just can't compare because everybody's different. Everybody has different dreams, different goals. You just have to work on yourself. And as long as you becoming the best version of yourself every single day, and you're getting that 1% better, then you can't compare because you will manifest your dreams right before your eyes.
I love that, man. And somebody said, have faith and be true. Exactly. And Justin, man, as well, in those moments where you're like in that grind. And I would say even like right now in mid-20s or early 20s in that transition period of life where, yes, you've progressed as a man, but you still have a fire in you and you know your potential and that you're almost there, but you aren't there yet. How do people stay in that grind mode constantly? Because I know sometimes it can get tiring of like, yo, I'm tired. I'm not where I want to be in life. But how do we keep grinding? Because I know earlier, like you said, mindset, but how do we maintain like mental health, a strong mindset, all of that?
Bro, that's a great question. That's a great question. I feel like the key to continuing going is like you have to be driven. You have to be driven because I feel like we discussed earlier, like how you have your goals written out. Like I have my goals written out 5 years out ahead in 2023. And then I have goals for 2022. I have goals for 2021, and I have goals for 2020. So I know every single year, my income is going to get better. I know every single year, my book, my knowledge, my speaking, everything I'm doing every year, every single year is going to get better and better. And you really just can't get comfortable. Like just because I've like achieved a little bit of success, or just because you achieved a little bit of success, if you stop right now, you're hurting yourself 90 days from now or 6 months from now. You're actually hurting yourself a year or 2 years from now by providing value to other people because you never know how far something small can go. Something can grow bigger and large. Just the compound effect of social media and just manifestation, dreams, and goals, and so many people quitting, that's just leaving more room for your success. So I just feel like even though you're accomplishing a little bit, don't stop. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Like I just have to, you can't stop. You got to keep going because
I
where you
love
are right
that.
now in life is based off what you did 90 days ago. And how
Facts.
your life is 90 days ago from now is going to be based off what you do today. So you just have to keep going. Like, even though you cheat a little bit, you just got to keep going. Got to keep going, keep going. And that way, when you go into 2021, it's from the work that you put in during COVID. And then that way, when you're going into 2022, it's from the work that you put in 2 years ago. There is no overnight success. What you do, with your success in public is what you practice in private. So you just have to keep going regardless of the results.
Phew. Yo, you preaching, man. I'm loving where like this conversation is headed. And speaking on what you do right now affects the next 90 days. Where you're at is a reflection of the past 90 days. I know like recently I've been always thinking about my future self and understanding that we're two different people. And my job is to look out for future Caleb, just like how, you have to look out for future Justin. And I think sometimes we don't realize that life is quick and that, just a day ago, we were all in high school chilling.
Yeah.
So I think that sometimes life, it can happen super, super quickly. And I remember growing up, someone always told me that you have to be comfortable being uncomfortable. And you were just talking about we can't get comfortable. How do we as human beings, naturally, we want to be comfortable? How do we get more comfortable being in uncomfortable situations?
That's a great question. That's a great question.
Thank you, bro.
And you said something before that I'm also going to go off too. You said like just like the other day we were in high school, and that's why I get kind of excited about just the dreams, the goals, the visions, and just the drive because we were just in high school. So that shows you how quick 5 years, 6 years can fly by. So imagine how quick the next 5 or 6 years can fly by. The past 5 years flew by with no. I can't speak on you. I can only speak for myself. But the past 5 years for me flew by with no dreams, no goals, no vision. Just work, save money, take a couple vacations, and just live life. But now that it's actually set in stone in paper with dreams, goals, and a plan, the next 5 years can happen so fast, and so much can happen within the next 5. Manifestation is real. So as long as we work into them dreams and goals, 5 years can fly by, and our dreams can manifest before our eyes. Yeah. And back to your next question. What was your question again? My bad. I got so.
Nah, bro. Hey, you're good. Also, how do we get more comfortable being in uncomfortable situations?
Oh, you have, bro. That's a great question. You have to. I say you have to seek your fears. Whatever you fear, you have to face your fears because your fears are going to put you in an uncomfortable situation. If you're not fearful, that means that you're not facing that means you're not growing. You can only grow in uncomfortable situations. You can only grow. So like. I do a lot of things that step me outside of my comfort zone that's going to force me to grow, like me posting my motivational videos, like it's just me seeing my face in front of the camera, speaking. That's helping me on Instagram Live right now with you is helping me face my fears because it's like we speaking in front of a live audience, like you sitting right next to me and it's thousands of people. So this is practice for the future. This is manifestation before our eyes. But that's how we get out of uncomfortable situations by facing our fears. You should be facing everything that you should be doing here going forward should be making you uncomfortable. If you're not uncomfortable, that means that you're not growing.
Ooh, I love that, man. Justin, this is great, man. You killing this. Yes, sir. And somebody said proud. I love it. Two, man, with your videos. I love them. And you just spoke about that sometimes that can be uncomfortable things for people who want to get into public speaking, or if they have value or knowledge that they would like to share. What words of advice do you have for people who have the value, they have the knowledge, but they're just afraid about speaking in front of people, and that's the only thing that's really like holding them back?
Bro, I say just develop a plan. Like when I first got started with my public speaking, I just developed a plan. Like I said, I think I started. I want to say probably. I think I found my passion, or I found my gift in motivational speaking probably October 2018, and I started speaking. Oh, I started posting it on social media earlier parts of 2019, probably January. So I took about a month, 2 months, and I just developed a plan behind it. Like I just didn't jump in front of the camera and just started speaking. Like I said, okay, let me set aside 30 different topics because I know that'll give me 30 different topics for me to speak on. Okay. And I just started writing them out. Like, okay, like before I got in front of the camera, like if I say this topic was success, I'm going to write as much about success as I can. Like if I'm finding quotes, I'm finding video, I'm writing as much as I can and I'm just reading over and over and over, and I'm just practicing it. And you just have to practice, and you just got to, after a while, you just have to face your fears. Like, you just got to put the camera up, and you just got to go to work. And I just feel like that also just helps you, just not from the social media standpoint, because you do have to have a balance. Because I do want to become a speaker outside of social media. It's just that I wanted to get my social media platform started first. And then when my outside life, my real life catch up with my social media, they'll collide together, and then it'll be a beautiful ending, a beautiful journey. You know what I mean? So I just feel like you just have to get started. That's the only way. And then as you start going and going, stuff gonna start manifesting before your eyes. Like, I was working out one day in the gym. A dude came up to me. He said, "Yo, are you a personal trainer?" I said, "No, this is just helping with my dreams and goals because I'm working extremely hard for him." He said, "Are you a motivational speaker?" I said, "Yes, but I haven't gotten in front of the stage yet, but I'm doing the work behind the scenes." So it just shows you that the little things that you work on and the harder that you work on yourself, the stuff will start to manifest before your eyes as far as public speaking on social media and then finding an opportunity outside of social media. So when you start speaking and traveling the world and doing the different things outside of social media, it's easy just to bring a camera person with you because you're already getting paid. And now that you talking in front of the camera right now you're in front of the real audience, the real world, and you got a real camera person with you, and now you're right here, and they seen the journey the whole entire way. So that's how you can collide both of them.
Amen, bro. I love that. Let's see. Somebody had a great question. Style by Candy. I got you. She asked, or he, or she. Yeah, I see you. Sorry. Well, she has. What's one of the most uncomfortable situations you've been in, and has that helped you grow the most? Or and what has helped you grow the most?
One of the most uncomfortable situations I probably be in, probably public speaking wise, is really with the YouTube vlogging, as far as just being around and just having the camera with you and just having people look at you.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
It's a little frightening. But realistically, I did a 5K race back in, I want to say, August or September, and I was like, "Yo, I need to record this. This is gonna be good footage." And there was hundreds of people around me, and I literally just had my boy Nick whip out the camera, and I was like, "Hey, let's get it." So I just did a whole speech, like right there in front of hundreds of people, and it just helped me, and it just like really like helped me with the mindset going forward. That like, okay, I can do this. I can do this. So now, like when I'm out in public and there's like 2 or 3 people around me or someone around me, now I'm used to speaking in front of different people. And as far as the other most uncomfortable situation that I've ever been in, is just as far as just like just really just going after your dreams and goals, and just like knowing that like it's just a process. Like any type of piece of content that I put out, like, do I think it's the best of the best? Could it be better? Yes, but it's the best that I got right now, and it's only best that I push it out. Because if I hold back content right now, then I'm really hurting people in the future, and I'm hurting myself, because it's the process. It's all about the process. If I stop right now, I'm hurting people 5 years from now. If I stop right now, I'm hurting people 6 months from now. Like, even though people may not like, might not comment, it doesn't matter. Somebody's watching it. It may help somebody. Just one picture or one workout video. Hey, I need to get in the gym. Now you can transform somebody's whole body, somebody's whole life, just from you posting, even though they didn't like or comment. So it's just as far as just being uncomfortable, you have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. Everything I post is not perfect, but I know it's just a part of the journey. You just got to stay motivated, be driven, and keep going, just knowing that you got to stick to the end goal.
I love that, bro. And speaking on that journey and the process, it's a guy I've been following for a while. His name is Joe Anderson. And I think he got signed to the XFL or the CFL like last year. But Justin, he was like trying out for like 5 years straight, like working out, like he was in shape. He actually went viral because he was outside of NFL teams holding a sign, you know, like his stats saying sign me. And then eventually he had a shot and they called him and he was already in shape and he was ready and he got signed. So, you know, just seeing somebody with the progress and the process. And he said something that was powerful. He brought up King David, you know, in the Bible, and he was saying how before David became king, people don't really know that he was running for his life and he was in the wilderness. And now he had to spend time by himself. And then, you know, he had to find God, like all that good stuff. And then once he came out of, you know, like the wilderness, bad situations, then he became king. But, you know, he was just like breaking that down, because what if he didn't go through that? Then he wouldn't appreciate being a king. So it's like, man, for yourself, what value do you find in the process?
Wow. Right. That's powerful. That's powerful.
Thank you.
Like you said with you said Joe Anderson, right?
Yeah.
Is that the guy for the Browns? That's not the lineman, is it? Or I'm trying to.
No, he plays receiver.
Receiver. That's powerful. That's powerful, because imagine if he would have stopped working out, or imagine if he had gave up and stopped being outside. Like, you never know that one. You may work out 100 times, but that workout 101 might be that one that pushes you to the next level.
Real.
So you said what is the value in the process?
Yes, yes.
It's just like you that's a tough question, because it's just like
Yeah.
during the process, it's just like, am I really making progress? You know what I mean?
Mm.
Because all of us are not where we want to be at. But the only way we
Yeah.
can go where we want to go is we have to continue trusting the process. You just have to trust the journey, and just knowing that, like, I'm not comfortable where I'm at right now, but I know I'm a lot farther than I was a year ago, 2 years ago. Same with your
Yeah.
podcast and everything that you're doing.
Yeah.
You know, you're a lot farther than you was 6 months ago, a year ago. And if
Facts.
you stop right now, you're gonna go back to where you started, and it's gonna be twice as hard to start back up. So as you keep going and going and going, the momentum, you're gonna create so much momentum to your success, to what you want to become, and not only you but me too. So you just have to trust the
Mm.
value of the journey. And it's just and what I heard and what I was listening to like not too long ago was like, you're gonna miss the journey, like you're gonna miss the day-to-day grind to get you to where you're going to go. Because even though you're going to get to that point eventually, it's not going to be the same as the journey, just working and creating a
Yeah.
podcast, and for
Yeah.
me, pushing out content, and then also having that balance outside of social media. So you just got to trust the process. If you're not where you want to be at, that means that you need to keep working to go where you want to be at. And even when you reach to that limit, you have to continue to keep going, or you will get comfortable and you will lose everything that you gain. So
I love that, bro. I love that. I see one question. Someone asks, "What can you do that's not extracting your growth?"
Uh, I would say eliminate distractions. I would say eliminate distractions. I will focus on things that are helping you grow. If it's not helping you grow, I would eliminate it, because like in return, you're really hurting yourself, you losing time. Like, and that's why I had to realize, like, we're getting older and older. We're not getting younger. You know what I mean?
At
Like,
all.
you know what I mean? We're not holding our parents' hand at Disney World anymore. You know what I mean? Type deal. Like,
Yeah.
we're about to hold our kids' hand at Disney World. You know what I mean? But it's all about providing for our future family, our future wives, our future everything. Like, that's where the value is, and just helping and serving others. No matter what your success is, as long as you're going after it for the right reasons and the right intentions, then your success is unlimited.
I love it, bro. And going back to content, pushing out content, and everything that you're doing is very strategic, is very calculated. I love it. For young entrepreneurs, motivational speakers, creators, content people, how should they package their content? Because everything that you're doing, I see it, I love it. When it comes to videos, like, how do future motivational speakers know which topics to talk about, how to post it, how to edit it? Because I know all that stuff is not easy, posting pictures, all of that.
Well, that's a great question. That's a great question, and that really goes back to really the process. Like, you have to
Mm.
trust the process. Like, you have to trust the process. When I got started with my motivational speaking, I started off posting my YouTube videos to Instagram, so I can have Instagram content that people know that I was on YouTube. And I started posting white backgrounds, and I was like, dang, white backgrounds. So I was filling in between white backgrounds and videos, white backgrounds and pictures, trying to find that even line. Then I said, okay, like, I'm starting to love fitness a lot more. Let me start posting fitness videos. So then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna start posting. Now I was like, now I'm starting to get professional pictures taken of me. So now I'm getting photo
Mm.
shoots. So now I was like, okay, now I'm doing photo shoots, and now I'm doing pictures. And I got away from the motivation. I'm like, no, like, the motivation is what got me started. I can't, just
Yeah.
because pictures are what a lot of influencers do, and fitness is very popular on Instagram. It's just like, I can't get away from what got me started. I can't get away from what my real
Thanks.
gift is. So then I
Mm.
started back implementing the motivation into it. And I just really set out a schedule, and I set out a time. I said, okay, what's the best way for me to touch on multiple pieces of content and post multiple times a week? And it'd be everything that I love doing already. So I just take time, and I just create the content. Like, some days I get off work and I'll hit the gym and I'll be recording. Or some days,
Mm.
if I'm off work on a Sunday, I just start implementing, okay, that's a motivational speech and that's a workout that day. That's two pieces of content that week. And then I'll plan a photo shoot. When I plan my photo shoot, I know that's two, three, four more pieces of content. So it's like,
Mm.
the photo shoot is content, my
Yeah.
motivational speaking is content, my fitness is content. And I said, okay,
Nice.
well, when I was on YouTube, I used to post my videos. I used to post my captions, what I said in the videos. So what's my best way for people to understand my story more? So when I post my photo shoots, I started posting long captions and descriptions so people can understand my story more, not just say, hey, grind. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like,
Yeah.
hey, you have to do this, you do this, do that, boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom, boom. And it's telling the story behind the picture, so they feel more connected to me. And once they feel more
Mm.
connected to me, my content, where I'm coming from, then that's where I can reach more people. So it's just, you just really just have to get started, and it's really just based off what you love doing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you love making smoothies, you should be posting smoothies. You know what I mean? If you
Yeah.
love quotes and smoothies quotes, smoothies, and pictures. You know what I'm saying? Just a mixture of both. And as you start going and going, you're going to be attracting more and more people, you know, hashtags, tagging people. It's a lot in between, but I feel like as long as you doing what you love and you posting what you love, your content can only get better. But you do have to plan it. You do have to write out a plan. You have to stick to the plan and just keep going. Even if it's not growing the way you want it to grow, you just have to keep going.
That's facts, bro. And I heard you say something that I love too when you were talking about when I get off of work and I still got to do X, Y, and Z. For a lot of us millennials in our 20s, a lot of us have businesses and also a lot of us are working 9 to 5s in the meantime. So for yourself and for everybody who's tuned in, myself as well, how do you stay motivated? Because I know some people, when they have to wake up or they have to go to work, you know, the night shift, the moment that alarm goes off and it's time to get up, people walk around with their head down, tired. How do you stay motivated to say, yo, I'm only doing this, it's temporary, I got to knock this out. And then not only after that, I have to feed into my business. So how do you stay balanced mentally?
Bro, I say balance mentally as like I use competition to my advantage. And it's not and it's not saying that in a bad way, it's not saying that in a negative way, but I use it as my advantage because the typical person works 40 hours a week. Like if you work a 9 to 5, you're working 40 hours a week. So what's the best way for you to invest in yourself is by making up the hours between before work and after work. So what you invest in yourself is really you're reading, you're listening, you're meditating, you're working on your skills and your goals. So I feel like if you grind before work, say like if you work a 9 to 5 and the normal time you wake up at 7 and you go through your breakfast and your routine and you get ready for work to go to work at 9, you need to be waking up at 6. Between that 6, you can get you a 15 little minute workout, couple push-ups, couple jumping jacks. Okay, read a couple pages, meditate, go over your goals for the day. Boom, that's an hour. On the way to work, listen to something that's going to help your mind. If you're into music, you know, you may listen to a certain type of music that's going to help you. You know, if you're into speaking or you're just something that's going to personally develop you, because I think personal development is really the key. Like, I feel like that's the key to anything in life is being personally developed, because you can have all the money, you can have all the success, but if you're not personally developed, you can easily lose it all. Because, I mean, look at the amount of people these days that have it but still don't know themselves. Like, I think it's just very important to at least take time out of the day to work on you, yourself, your business, your goals. So when you put in that time, that hour and a half before work, on the way to work, listen to something inspirational, motivational, something to get that drive going. During the day when you're at work, you know, instead of being on Instagram, different things like that, look at your goals or look at quotes or look at something to keep you going. When you get off work, you know what I'm saying? I know you didn't grind it early in the morning, you didn't grind it during the day. So, you know, that's your cheat time. On your way home from work, listen to some music, listen to something that's going to soothe and relax your mind. You come home, take about 15, 30 minutes to relax and go back to working on your business, your goals, working out. Everything that you should do after work is something towards the future. And if you take the time before work, you take the time after work, in between work, even in the shower, like if you got a speaker, you can listen to a speech while you're in the shower. So it's different methods that you can do. And when you combine that time, realistically, you put in 80 hours a week to a person that's putting in 40 hours a week. So if you take that 80 and you do that times 2 in 2 weeks, what you done in 2 weeks is what they've done in an entire month from the extra hours that you put into yourself. They don't even include Saturdays or Sundays when you're off. You don't even have to, because if you put in 4 hours here, 4 hours there, 4 hours here, 4 hours there, and you take just 6 hours on Saturday or just 6 hours on Sunday, after a while, that time starts to add up. So what you've done in a month is what the normal person done in like 3 months. And you times that times 3 months, 6 months, a year. And that's how in a year, there's be a major gap in your success compared to what somebody else has been doing. So that's all in nutrition, just everything like that, bro. That's how you really keep motivated, and that's how you use the 9 to 5 to your event. You know the set schedule. You know what time you get off. You know how tired you are. You just have to, you got to eat some more carbs to get some more energy, drink some more water, go home, take your little 15, 30-minute power nap, meditate, or do something that's going to energize you. Get up. Okay, I need to go start working back on my dreams, my goals. I need to go work out. I need to do this. I need to do that. And then that's how you can get closer and closer to your future. And that's how you can shorten a 10-year goal or 5-year goal into a 2-3 year goal right before your eyes. Just putting in them hours. You just got to put in them hours. You just got to outwork people. That's all it would come down. You got to outwork people.
Amen, bro. Creed Porter said something I like. She said, you have no choice. If you don't make it, you lose your dream. I won't settle for anything less. I respect it. I respect it.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, I love that, bro.
Real. It's real, bro. Dream or no dream. Success or no success. You know, it's kind of like the Matrix. You know, you had the red pill and the blue pill. You like
which one?
which one? You know what I mean? This
Yes.
isn't a multiple choice test. You know what I mean? It isn't A, B, C, or D, or all of the above. You know what I mean? It's like, no, you only have two options. Either I'm going to get better or I'm not going to get better. Those are your two options that you have every single day, and that's how you can use that momentum every single day to get better going forward in your life.
Wow. And speaking on, getting better, mindset, success, all that, I think that correlates perfectly to fitness. For myself, I always found fitness as something, as a form of like meditation. You can
Mm-hmm.
compete with your mind, you can train your mind, you can fight your body, talk to your body, all that. How important is fitness? How important is that, bro?
Fitness is life changing, bro. Fitness created me who I am today, man. Because when
Yeah.
man, about this time, about 2 years ago, man, I was like 197 pounds. Currently, right now, I'm
Wow.
168 pounds. So I'm about 30
Wow.
pounds away from where I was about 2 years ago. And how I got
Wow.
started was through fitness. Like, I used to like put in motivational speeches, put on a training mask, and literally go run 3 to 4 miles, like 3 or 4 days a week, and just like train my body as hard as I can. And I just feel like fitness is connected to the body, you know what I mean? And it's
Mm-hmm.
connected to energy, it's connected to your thoughts, and it's connected to your emotions. And this is very important to like just push yourself, like just push yourself to the next limit. Like, you know what I mean? That's something that, man, 12 reps, no, let me do 14. You know what I mean? Like, you
Yeah.
can just keep pushing yourself, some extra reps. And it just really just helps you. And I feel like anybody can do fitness. Like, it's not like this is the NBA or this the NFL or this the Major League
Yeah.
Baseball where it's like, dang, I'm not 6'5", 240, I can't do. No, you can go to the local gym and you can get on the treadmill. You know what I'm saying? You can get on the elliptical. You can get on the bike. You can do some ab crunches. You just have to change your diet with that. So I just feel like fitness is something that everybody can do. Just a little bit a day, just go walking, just anything can help your future. And it's like, and I feel like fitness just really just helps you bring you closer to your future dreams and goals, because it's like
Facts.
I'm working
Facts.
towards something. I'm working on my body. That means I'm working towards something. You know what I mean? If you doing a podcast or if you're doing anything, anybody in here, listen to what your dream is while you're working out, and that'll help you push you to be better, and that'll also bring you closer, because it's like you working. It's like you're listening to your dream and then you're working on your body. So in your ear, you're working towards your dream if you're listening to your dream while you're working out. So it's different methods and techniques that you can use to get better.
That's right, bro. That's right. And on that same point, it's like even if I'm running, after that run, like whether it's 2 miles, 2.5 miles, I'm like, yo, I didn't want to get up this morning. So the fact that I did that, I can kill anything else throughout the day. So, like what you said, I feel like fitness sets the tone. So,
Mm-hmm.
like overall, how do we find balance where it comes to fitness, it comes to finances, entrepreneurship? How do we be even keel in every aspect of our lives?
You have to create time. You have to
Yeah.
create time, man. You have to plan it out. You know what I mean? And everything's not gonna go set in stone. Everything is not gonna go perfect, but you just have to create time. Like, okay, what time do I normally wake up? Okay, I need to wake
Mm,
up earlier. You know what I mean? So that way I know if I knock out my workout in the morning, I knock out my reading in the morning, then okay, I can go to work. I work, I can come home, get my mind right, and then after I get my mind right, now I can start working on my financial. I can start working on my
mm,
goals. I can start working on my dreams. So I feel like you have to break it down in small increments like that. And I feel like as time goes along, you'll start to get better and better and better. Your sleep will get better, your nutrition will get better, your diet will get better. But I feel like you just have to get started. You just have to take time. Like, okay, let me knock this out in the morning. I knock out this in the morning. I know I don't have to do it later in the day. But if you don't do anything in the morning and then you try to squeeze everything into a 2 hour, 3 hour time frame, you're just gonna keep running in place. You're gonna keep getting mad at yourself
yeah.
because you're not being productive. But I feel like if you space your time, okay, what do I normally do right now? Okay, I need to eliminate that. What I normally do, I need to
Mm-hmm.
eliminate that. Okay, I need to work on this. I need to work on that. And I feel like as long as you're making those small increments and those small changes, and you keep eliminating distractions on things that's not helping you grow, I feel like that's how you can combine all. But I mean, it's not easy. You know what I mean? It's
Mm-hmm.
not overnight. It
Yeah.
really does takes time. Even myself, like time, like whoa, this. But you gotta look at the end reward. You know what I mean? Like
Mm.
every skill, every goal that you have is a business. You just have to turn it into a business. You know what I mean? By
Mm.
you investing in yourself, you turning everything that you love doing into a business. Everything nowadays, everything is a sponsorship. A sponsorship. Everything is a brand. Everything you can get paid for. You know what I mean? Like even
Yeah.
your podcast that you're growing right now, that's taking off, man. Every day I look, I'm like,
Thank you.
another guest, another guest, another guest.
Appreciate it, bro.
You know what I mean? I
Love,
try to be,
love. Thank you.
bro, you beat me to the challenge. You got me on before I got you on mine. You know what I mean? But for real, you know what I mean? But I be trying to at least get one guest a week, or every other week. Just keep a new fresh face on the page like that. So what you're doing is very inspiring. But like we talked about before, like you never know where it can go. Like, hey, Caleb, can I sponsor your podcast? Hey, can you do this? Hey, can you do that? You know what I mean? So it's just like you investing in yourself. You never know where it can go. You just have to keep working, keep working. No results. Keep working, keep working. You're working towards something. It's not like you're not working towards anything. You just have to keep going.
I love it, bro. Everybody, man, that's tuning in, y'all are getting free game right now, man. Justin is dropping gems. Bro, recently I saw something on Instagram. I was just scrolling. One of my guys who I followed, friend of the show, David Shans, he had an IGTV clip that was hilarious. He was talking about investing in yourself. And by you saying everything about you as a business, I thought about that because he was talking about how he saw somebody who was saying that they were a young entrepreneur, but they weren't about to start their business yet because they have to take this, I think it was a 2-week course or something like that, that somebody was providing for like only $500. And he said that the guy was like, he couldn't afford it. But then Dave said he looked at his sneakers. He was wearing like the newest Jordans that just came out, Ferragamo belt. He had on like a Gucci shirt. He was like, so you ain't got $500, but what you're wearing right now altogether is almost $1,000. And he was like, yeah, but I only have 200. So how do you feel sometimes about our age group, or not even our age group, just people, in general, not investing in ourselves and not, allocating our resources towards things that need to be allocated towards? Like, we have no problem dropping it on some clothes, on a vacation. But when it comes to investing in a course that can launch our business, it's like, I ain't got it. How do you feel about that?
Man, I feel like you're hurting yourself. I feel like you're hurting yourself. I feel like this is the easiest but hardest time to ever become a millionaire that's ever been done in society. Like, it's the easiest but hardest time just because like there's so many different revenues and access to become a millionaire. But I feel like there are also so many distractions. I feel like we're just so caught up in just having the newest and the latest instead of sacrificing for regular and average to be something greater. So I feel like that's just something. I just feel like that's just something our society sticks with. Like, for example, like you just said, like with my motivational speeches and everything. Like, I literally went to Old Navy and got a deal for I think I don't know, $3 or $4 per T-shirt, and picked up 6 T-shirts. And I said, you know what? These are gonna be my shirts for my motivational speeches. So if you go to my page and you see my speeches, those are the speeches that I got from Old Navy. And it's not like I have the latest shirts on, the latest this or latest that. But it's like, it's just the investment in yourself that's just for the return. I feel like a lot of people are not using the information that we currently have right now to our advantage. Like, there's never been so much free information on YouTube. There's never been so much free information on Google. So it's like, if you don't have the money for it, you can find the access to get the information for free. And you just have to keep searching. If you can find the information on YouTube, you can find it on Google, you can go purchase the book. It's different ways you can get the information, but a lot of people rather take the easier route by saying, I can't do it because I don't have the money, or I'm not willing to sacrifice what I currently have right now for my future. So I just feel like it's all about, what are you willing to give up? What are you willing to stop? And I feel like that's what it really comes down to. Like, get the information because it's free and you have access to it, or what are you willing to sacrifice for your future? If you're not willing to sacrifice for your future, you're gonna always live in the present. In the present, you can be in the present for the next 20, 30, 40, 50 years. And you don't want to be in that position. You just want to keep making that strides forward to live the life that you were born to live.
I love that, bro. Somebody said millionaire, bro. We will get there. Hey, amen, man. Amen.
Yeah, we all will.
Yeah, exactly. Speak it, man. And two, speaking on sacrifice. I like that a lot because I think sometimes that we want to get to Z, like point Z so fast, but not realizing it's steps to this. And I always think about NIP, like all money in, which I think is like such a dope slogan because I feel like, just like what you said with Old Navy, how you find the deals, making it work, all that stuff. How do we maintain confidence during moments of sacrifice? Because I feel like some people feel less than for driving a Honda Civic at 23, but you could be driving a Camaro and having to pay for it. And it's, like a big car note. So how do you stay confident during those moments of sacrificing, during those, in between stages of life?
I feel like that really comes down to a mental game. It's really your mentality. It's really your mentality. Like, you can talk the talk, but if you're not walking the walk behind you talking, I feel like you're really hurting yourself in a way. It's like, you just have to be confident. Like, I know that, like, I'm not at where I want to be at. I know where I want to go. And I know that it's just not overnight. Like, anybody who someone truly admires, they have been doing that same thing for 5 years, 10 years, 15, 20 years. How do you think they got there? They didn't have the latest everything that they had every step of the way until they got there. So you just have to realize the sacrifices along the way. The only difference between you and someone else is how long have you been doing your podcast?
This one, I started this in February.
Of this year?
Yes, sir.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Thank you. Thank you, bro.
you grew really fast. I thought you been doing it for at least,
appreciate that.
Bro, for real, I thought you've been doing it for at least a year and a half.
Yeah, so a podcast I was doing for my internship, I did that from, I think, the fall of 2018 to the fall of 2019.
Okay. Yeah, I love that, bro. I love that. Like we said before, the only difference between me and you and the people who people truly admire, that those people have been doing it for 20 years, 25 years. Like, if you want to be a comedian and you comparing your jokes right now to Kevin Hart, who's been doing it for 15 years, you're going to be beating yourself up. You just have to stay confident and knowing that I'm constantly working on my craft every single day. Like, I'm not working my competition. There's not a better comedian out here than me. There's not a better speaker. I know I'm working on my craft every single day. I know I'm investing in myself every single day. You just have to be confident knowing that I'm growing. Like, you know what I mean? Because I know I'm not dying. I know I'm not working on I'm not working on myself. I know that I am working on myself. So you just have to be confident knowing that, like, hey, I'm working on my mental every single day. Every day I'm getting better. Every day I'm getting 1% better. And I will outwork you. You know what I mean? And it's not saying trying to be negative or this and all that, but if you never consider yourself the best of the best, you will always fall for temporary, or you'll always fall for average or below average. You have to say that I'm going to have the best podcast out here. You know what I mean? Like, I will be the best speaker out here. I will be the best businessman out here. You have to be the best of the best. So, you have to outwork everybody. Everything is not a competition, but then you have to make a mental competition. That way you can keep working. If you say, he look a little bit better than me, or they doing a little bit more than me, then you're going to stop yourself every step of the way. Like, no, I need to get better. I need to crank it up. You know what I'm saying? Not to hate on them or be jealous of them, but just knowing that I have to outwork myself and using people to your advantage, not your disadvantage. I feel like that's how you get that step ahead in life.
I love that, bro. I love that. And two, for yourself, when it comes to public speaking, who do you look towards? And also, what do you try to get from any time that you're watching a public speaker talk?
Man, I love that. That's a great question. I really listen to Ed Milet a lot. I love Ed Milet. I love his story. I love his everything that Ed Milet really does and become. I really like him. I really like Grant Cardone a lot. I like Tony Robbins. I really dove heavy into Tony Robbins. So Grant Cardone, Tony Robbins, Ed Milet. I would say Jim Rohn. Jim Rohn was my foundation. Jim Rohn was my concrete, because he's very old school, and he passed away a couple years ago, but he really just taught me that foundation of, like, not working for money, making money work for you, having goals and dreams. And Jim Rohn really my foundation, man. Jim Rohn really taught me a lot. And then I really like Peter Voogd too. So it's a couple speakers, and I really just dissect different messages and different techniques that each and every, because you have to study multiple people. Like, even if you don't like somebody, you can learn something from not liking somebody. You know what I mean?
That's
so
facts.
You have to study and learn multiple people, because if I just study one person, that means that I want to be exactly like that one person. But if I study multiple people, I can find my way and I can navigate in between those multiple people, and I can create myself. So I study a mixture of people, and me studying multiple people is helping me create myself. So I love to find different messages, different techniques, how to goals, how to speak, how to do sales pitches, motivation, and just like really creating the best version of myself by learning through multiple people.
I love that. And Justin, actually somebody who I think you might love as well is Coach Kendall Ficklin. He's actually here in Atlanta. Wow. And I think you would like him a lot. He was on the show, like, I think 2 weeks ago. Solid dude as well.
Okay, and man, you got to connect me to him, man. That sounds
great. I got you. He's cool, man. He's cool. So yeah, Justin, and I think what you said about that is actually genius about studying different people, because I know in sports that's what athletes do all the time. Of course, what Kobe had done, LeBron studied, of course, the Jordans, the Magics, all those people, and then you can combine that, and you could be something that we've never seen before. You'd be like an alien, because you have all these different traits inside of one person, and it's like we've never seen that before. Exactly. So what drives you to not only be a businessman, but motivational speaker, fitness advocate? Like, what drove you for all of these different facets? Because, usually, Justin, as you know from personal experience probably, that most people just focus on one aspect and just try to be a master of that. And I think people get comfortable in that one field, and it's like, I'm gonna just stick with this.
Oh, that's a great question. That's a great question.
Thank you.
Really, it really came from when I've been that person before, having no dreams, having no goals, having no vision, having no drive, just having nothing, just knowing that I just want to wake up, I just want to go to work, I just want to save my money, I just want to buy me the latest, new this, do that. So I've been there before. So when I found that drive and I found that ambition, I said, you know what? I think I want to be a motivational speaker. And my drive for becoming and my gift for becoming a motivational speaker came from there's so many different influencers and speakers that are already out here, but people still are lacking motivation. People are still lacking that drive. And I feel like why motivation is really the key and why I love it so much is because motivation helps you get started. And a lot of people, they just need the help to get started. They just need that extra push, like you said, to get out of the bed, or just that extra push just to go to the gym, or that extra push just to read that book, or just to read that quote, or just to go after that goal, that skill, that whatever they love doing. They just need that extra push. So I was like, you know, motivational speaking, I want to do that. And it actually gave me fear, like when I was recording and like me picturing myself in front of a live audience, like thousands of people, like it gave me that fear, that the butterflies on the inside. So I said, you know what, that's the gift. And then I also, like, when I started studying successful people and I started studying motivational speakers, I heard work out. You got to have a morning routine. You got to work out. You got to work out. You got to work out. That's going to help you with your goals, your business, everything like that. And I said, you know what? I see fitness people working out, but I said, I don't see any motivational speakers work out. You may see a picture, or you may hear that I've been in the gym, but I've never seen it. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to become behind the scenes and show you an actual speaker working out. You know what I mean? So it's like I combine both of them. And that way I just thought about it. I was like, it can really grow into something that I never thought of before. So I just ran with it. And it's just like, you never know the different niches and different things that you can really touch on until you get started. And like, it's like we talked about before, everything that you love doing is a business. You just have to turn it into a business. You just have to keep investing into it, keep investing into it, keep investing into it. Like, it was like for like a year straight, I posted me like investing in myself in the gym, year straight. You know what I mean? 6 months straight, I was posting selfies in the mirror. And then finally, after that 2-year mark, now I'm finally, you seeing me work out in the gym. So it just took time, it just took effort, and just me kept investing in myself, and me finally being comfortable. Say, you know what, I'm gonna push this out. And I feel like everybody is talented in multiple areas. Like, you just have to invest into that area of life. And when you invest into the area of life, you're creating a business. And everything that you love doing is a business. You just have to turn it into a business. So I just feel like everybody's multi-talented. You know what I mean? Nobody just wakes up and say, I only like this. This all I love doing. Like, no, you like doing something else too. You just haven't invested into yourself and you haven't promoted it. Like me currently right now, I'm a product. You are a product. What we're doing right now, we're selling ourselves. We're marketing ourselves. And that's how you have to do with your gifts, everything that you love doing. You have to promote yourself. You have to market yourself. You have to sell yourself. Not in a negative way, but you have to sell yourself saying, hey, I'm talented at this. Hey, I'm good at this. I'm going to push this out. And I know that I'm going to get a return for it because I'm working on it outside of social media. So I know when I post it on social media, it's going to get the results because I'm continuing working on it. So I think that's how you expose multiple gifts, multiple talents. And like I said before, everybody is multi-talented. Everybody is a businessman. Nice. Everybody is everything. You just have to invest into it.
Amen, bro. And Justin, you can be completely honest for your answer from this question, bro. Do you ever get tired sometimes from seeing everybody and their mama trying to be a motivational speaker sometimes, and you being someone who actually is working on your craft? Like, do you ever feel, I would say, slapped in the face if you're scrolling and you see people that's not taking what you do seriously?
Yeah, man. At times I do. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, wait, what? Like, where the props at? Where the love at? I kind of see you doing it, but like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, it does. But I'm like, you know what? I'm getting to the point in my life where I'm like, you know what? Hey, I'm happy for them. You know what I'm saying? If they doing what they love doing, I'm happy for them because I know I'm really doing the work behind the scenes. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Social media is only a minute clip or only a 2-minute clip or 10-second picture or 15-second story. It's not your real life. So it's like they see like what's an example of what I really do behind the scenes, but they really don't see what I really do behind the scenes. So it's like, okay, if that's what you're really doing, okay, cool. You know, you got it. You know, I'm happy for you. Keep doing your thing. But I know I'm really working on it. I'm really manifesting it. I'm really working on my skills, my craft, and my goals. So, you know, I really don't hate anymore, bro. Like, hey, I'm happy for them. Tell them keep going because I know they're not going where I'm going. You know what I mean? Like, like we talked about earlier, their dream is not my dream. Their goal is not my goal. Their value and their service to others is not where I'm going. Where I'm going. So it's like, you got it. You know what I'm saying? It's all good because I know where I'm going. So that's how I look at it nowadays, bro.
I love it, bro. And every single morning when you first wake up, open your eyes, what is that first thing that drives you every single day?
The first thing that drives me as soon as I wake up in the morning is I got to get better today. At first, as soon as I wake up, I say thank you. I say thank you, God, for waking me up this morning. And I say, hey, I got to get better today. It ain't no sleeping in. You know, I might turn over maybe like a minute or so, but I got to get up. I got to get up. You know what I mean? And as soon as I get up, I work on my gratitude journal. And I just go to work on just being grateful for the day already before the day starts, and grateful for everything that I currently have in my life. Like I'm thankful for my bank account. I'm thankful for my current clothes. I'm thankful for my current social media. I'm thankful for everything my current car. I'm thankful for everything I have, because if you're not grateful for what you already have, you can't attract more, or God won't bless you with more, or whoever you believe in the universe, they won't bless you with more if you're not already grateful for what you have. So as soon as I wake up in the morning, I say thank you. I get out of bed. I just go to work. It's on my gratitude journal. I do a couple push-ups, do a couple ab workouts. I get my body tight. You know what I'm saying? Because I try to, at all times of the day, I try to stay in peak shape form, with my body stay in peak shape form, my mind. I just try to do as much as even before we got on this podcast, you know what I mean? I did multiple things to make sure that my mindset is in the peak form at all times. So I think it's very important to stay at your peak, and that way you can be aware of your surroundings. You can be aware of what you're attracting and what you're not attracting, and just be aware that you got to be disciplined, you got to be skilled, and you got to attract the future. The future is serious. If you're not concerned about the future, you're not concerned about your life. You just skating through life. You know what I mean? You don't want to skate through life, bro. You want to be disciplined, you want to be skilled, and you want to know that you're working towards something every single day.
Big facts, bro. And how do we protect our energy better? Because honestly, I feel like sometimes it's people who are great people and they get taken advantage of, or it's great people, and because of their environments, their energy and their great spirits are always being drained. So how do good, solid people, like people that's tuned in right now, protect their energy?
That's a tough one. That's a tough one, because it's like you can be as positive as you can be, and negatives will still come to you. You know what I mean? But I just feel like you have to find the positive out of every negative. You have to find the positive out of every negative. And as I was reading this book, like about 6 months ago, it said for every one negative thought, immediately think of 3 positive thoughts, because that's how you can outweigh the good, the bad with the good. You know what I mean? You can outweigh the good with the bad. You know what I mean? Because it was like, dang, like I got a flat tire right now, but dang, I'm glad I got money in my bank account. I'm glad I got AAA. And I'm glad I got a cell phone to call somebody. You know what I mean? There's negative. It's going to come. You're like, just because you're positive and just because you're working towards something, you're actually going to get more traction. You're actually going to hit more bumps in the road as you're working towards your future. So it's very easier to just skate through life and be negative and be hatred. Like, that's a lot easier than actually being positive, being working towards something. But it's like you just have to protect your energy as much as possible, because one bad thought can lead to 10 bad thoughts. 10 bad thoughts can lead to 100 bad thoughts. So you want to catch them thoughts as quickly as you can and just master your energy and like protect. Like, I know I gotta stay positive. I gotta stay positive. There's good in this situation. I know I'm going somewhere special. It's something. There's a learning lesson in every negative situation. There's a learning lesson behind this. Like, and I just think of something like when something bad happens to me, I'm like, you know what? It's gonna be a breakthrough. You know what I mean? Like, it's about to be a breakthrough. Like, this negative energy and this negative stuff is happening to me for some reason. That means something good is about to happen to this. So I just gotta stay positive, stay positive, stay positive. And then when it leaves, breakthrough time. You know what I mean? It's breakthrough time. It's always a breakthrough. As long as you're working towards something, you will be blessed. Whatever you think of, whatever your thoughts are, whatever your actions are, that's what you attract towards you. So it's very important to every single day work towards what you want.
Amen, bro. Amen. Justin, bro, you've done a phenomenal job, man. Last question, very last question. Where do you see yourself within the next 5 to 10 years? And also, where can everybody follow you and keep up with all of your work?
I appreciate that, bro. That's a deep question, man. 5 to 10 years. Bro, realistically, in the next 5 to 10 years, I really see myself really traveling the world. Like, that's one of my biggest dreams. One of my biggest goals is to really travel the world. And as I travel the world, I want to work out around the world. Like, you know what I mean? Like Kevin Hart, for example, you know what I mean? Like, when he's in Thailand, he brings his trainer with him. You know, not saying that I need a trainer or nothing right now. But I'm saying, like, when he's in Thailand, he's working out while he's in Thailand. And while he's in Thailand doing a comedian show, he's also setting up business opportunities in Thailand. So the reason why I'm investing in myself and doing different things I want to do is because I not only want to travel the world, but I also want to set up business opportunities around the world. And as I set up business opportunities around the world, I also want to be fit around the world too. So I just want to travel, man. I just want to travel, set up business opportunities, work out, man, and just bring as much value to the people as possible. Because like the Tony Robbins of the world, I love Tony Robbins. I love everybody who's doing their thing, but also it's also time for the next generation to step up. And those areas and those spots need to be filled. Like if those spots are not filled, people are getting hurt. You know what I mean? Mouths are not getting fed. Information is not getting heard. So it's like, I just know that that's a spot I want to fill. Not his spot in general, but as far as like the Kevin Hart's, the Tony Robbins, just traveling, helping people, serving people, and just living my best life, man, providing for my future family that's not even here yet. That's the goal, man. So just provide as much value, travel the world, work out, be fit. Of course, you know, the cars, the houses, and everything like that. But really, all of that comes from the value. I'm not focused on the materialistic things because those things will come free along the way. I'm focused on the value. Like, how can my speaking get better? How can my content get better? How can I reach more people? Those are the real goals, and everything else along the way will come with ease. So those are the goals for the next 5 to 10 years. And realistically, different ways people can stay in touch with me is through, you know, through Instagram, YouTube. I'm working on my LinkedIn. My LinkedIn ain't there yet, but
hey, I just fixed mine this week, so I feel you.
So those are the main ones, man. Instagram, YouTube, a little bit of Facebook. I'm coming out with a Facebook business page very soon to have a very motivated community full of motivated individuals and fitness people. That's coming out soon too. So those different avenues, man. Just trying to reach more people, bro. Just reach more people because more people need it. More people really need it. So that's the purpose of it, man. I really appreciate you even having me on the podcast, man. Like, I truly appreciate you, man.
Likewise. And Justin, this episode really touched my soul. Like, this was a great conversation, man. This is like up there for me, bro. Like one of my favorite ones yet, like for real, bro. So Justin, seriously, man, keep doing what you're doing. Anything that you need from me, I'm here. Anytime that you want to even come back on the show, let me know. As you see, it's easy. Just quick setup and boom. We got it, man. So thank you for real, bro. Keep doing what you're doing because it's needed. Seriously.
Bro, thank you so much, bro. Thank you for having me. It means a lot, especially for your podcast only starting February to be where it's at now. That's truly amazing. That's truly inspiring, man. You just got to keep grinding, keep going, and your dreams will manifest before your eyes, bro, man. Hey, it'll take off. And I truly appreciate you having me on. Hey, you was a great host, and I'll definitely be back on here very soon, man. I really appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Love, bro. You and the family, y'all be safe.
You too. I appreciate you, man.
All right, bro. And you be good.
Bro. You too.
Thank you all so much for tapping in, being in the comments, interacting. I see that comment. This was right on time. Thank you both. Thank you for tuning in. If you guys haven't already, make sure to follow Justin at I Am Spread the Word. Make sure to follow this podcast at 3 Milli Pod. And also subscribe to our YouTube channel. Link is in the bio so you can stay up to date with all of our latest content. I love you guys so much. Keep tapping in. Keep growing. Much love. Peace.